Hey guys, what's going on? We're at 7/14, Sunday 2014. I want to talk about something that I wrote 2 months ago. And it was ciphered, coded in a way. It was a straight up message in another way. I asked people to try and interpret it. Thanks to those that did try and work it out, but I'm going to interpret it the way I wrote it back then, and then you're going to understand sort of what the magic of it is. We now know that ISIS is a rogue faction that is split off from the Illuminati and is actually being confronted by other groups in the Illuminati. Obama. We know that Obama's bombing ISIS. And we know from multiple reports that ISIS is a rogue faction of narco, drug money, Illuminati factions that still will not stop fighting. Okay? We also know in Kiev, in Ukraine, that it's the same circumstance. We know that those are rogue Illuminati factions that are narco, drug money funded, that have broken off from the Illuminati, that have turncoated to the good side. And the Illuminati are using their trained special forces to combat them directly. So in both instances, we have Illuminati, good guy Illuminati that have turned over, fighting the last remaining evil factions, narco, drug money, mercenaries, private hire mercenaries. So it's Illuminati fighting Illuminati. And 2 months ago I wrote this excerpt. It was called "The Demons Now Die." Now 2 months ago, no one had any idea what was going on with ISIS. I don't even think ISIS was even a factor 2 months ago. I don't know about Ukraine, but no one understood what this prediction was going to predict back then. This was 2 months ago, guys. So let me write it out or explain it, because it's very important to understand things from a thinker's standpoint. Like, sometimes things in life are not straightforward, they're not in your face all the time, and they're not presentable and understandable very easy. So this is an exercise in getting your mind to understand things that might not be in your face and exposed so readily. Okay? So 2 months ago I wrote this called "The Demons Now Die." This is what I said. As the demons die and the Illuminati come out of their coffins one last time, still the echo no longer persists, coffered in wonderful graves. Okay. You are now seeing, because I was warning these lower factions, the demons now die. If you understand anything about Luciferianism and dark energy and the Illuminati, ritualistic hierarchy, okay, demons are at the very, very bottom of the barrel. Luciferianism, Baphomet, Baal, Set, all these other negative energies are they're a lot higher up than the demons. So what I'm saying to these rogue factions, these splinter groups off the Illuminati, before anyone else knew about it, I was warning them. I was telling them, look, you guys are going to die. You're physically going to die. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now, because you got the special forces, European special forces in Kiev. Jim Willie just verified this. Fighting against the Illuminati rogue faction, Blackwater style people that are causing problems in Ukraine. And ISIS, which is another Illuminati rogue faction, narco-drug terrorist, or narco-drug money funded, is also being confronted by Obama and F-16s and the United States Air Force and the drones. So what I'm telling these demons, before all this confrontation happened, I said, be careful, it's going to be the end of you. As the demons die and the Illuminati come out of their coffins one last time, what I'm telling these lower energy demons is, don't do it. You're going to end up, you're going to come out of your grave one last time. And that's going to be it. This is the last deal with you guys. People are sick and tired of you. And they're going to confront your aggressive actions with aggressive actions or countermeasures directly in that line of energy. So if you're coming out with a gun, they're going to come out with a gun. So let's go back. as the demons die and the Illuminati come out of their coffins one last time, still, the echo no longer persists, coffered in wonderful graves. What I'm saying is to these demons, the lower energy forces, look out. They're coming after you, and they're going to come after you to the point where the earth becomes calm. And your rumbling, your echo, will no longer be around, coffered under the ground in wonderful graves. And the meaning there of wonderful graves means because everybody in the world is sick and tired of your BS. They're sick and tired of your psychotic, sociopathic behavior, and they're tired of you not stopping your shenanigans and mischievous, violent actions, and they're sick of you, period. Then you come down to the excerpt where it had Diary of a Madman, which Randy Rhoads is a guitar player for Ozzy Osbourne band. And it just had a nice little instrumental in there. And then the title, Diary of a Madman, Madman. Like these demons are acting mad. They're out of control. They're mad. They've lost their freaking minds. Had a little bit of an instrumental. Then I come down to the date. And the date was 7/16 of 2014. And if you do the numerology on that, it comes out to 777. It's just pure numerology. And 777 in Vegas is a jackpot. So what I'm doing is I'm flipping it around to the demons and saying, no, it's not your jackpot, it's your death sentence. It's the jackpot for the people that are going to come after you because you're not stronger than they are. They're much stronger than you are. And now we have that. We have Obama bombing ISIS, Illuminati, pause in military versus these rogue factions. And you've got in Kiev, you've got European special forces taking on these Blackwater-style mercenaries. So that's what it means on the initial interpretation. But that's only the initial interpretation. There's a secondary interpretation, and if you look at the work and you basically cipher it, there's certain words that you can pull out. So if you cipher it, I'm going to pull out the words die, coffins, echo no longer persists, coffered, wonderful, graves. Now, what this was in the secondary meaning was a prediction about flight MH17. MH17 was grounded, crashed, whatever you want to call it, the following day. Okay? So if you read these words, die, passengers are going to die. Coffins, they're going to die, they're going to be buried. The echo no longer persists. The engines of the plane are no longer making noise. And then it says at the bottom, coffered, wonderful graves. Now, there were reports that there were bodies, dead bodies, already preloaded on that plane. Fulford talked about it. There were a couple other people on the internet that talked about it. And that's what this is referring to, is that coffered, you're outside of where you should be. You're in an extended section. So wonderful graves, what it means is these dead bodies can finally be put into the ground where they belong. Wonderful graves. So again, the words were die, coffins, echo no longer persists, coffered, wonderful graves. That's for the secondary meaning. Now as you continue down, you have Diary of a Madman. There are certain claims that the plane was shot down. Shot down by whom? A madman. Okay, you get to the instrumental part. Randy Rhoads, who was a guitarist for the Ozzy Osbourne band, how did he die? He died in a plane crash. Okay. Then we come down to the songs. The song that I actually put in that excerpt was a song called Diary of a Madman. Diary of a Madman was the 8th song on the album. 8. 1 plus 7, MH17. 1 plus 7 is 8. Diary of a Madman was a song, 8th song on the album. The album title was Diary of a Madman. So you have the same title of the song within the album with the same title of the album. And what I've done here is I put one message inside another message and combine them in one poetic, rhythmic writing. Do you see? Do you see the rhythm? Do you see the magic in that? You see it. Now, let's get down to the date. The date, as I stated before, was on 7/16 of 2014. If you extrapolate that in numerology, it comes out to 777. Now, the plane, MH17, that crashed was a Boeing 777. So, what I have done is I've put two different predictions in one artistic writing, and it becomes a Nostradamus-ish type thing. From an artistic standpoint, or a poetic standpoint, and a prophetic standpoint, I wanted to do something like this for you guys, so you understand that there are individuals on this planet that can pull off things like this. And I'm trying to get you guys to understand your potential, your gradient, your expressive capacity by being human. Humans are capable of this. Humans can do things like this. And I wanted to show you that the elements of magic and the elements of foresight, clairvoyance, and high artistic form still are here on this planet. So it is an exercise, it's a lesson, it's education, it's prophecy, it's art. It's all kinds of things wrapped up together. So I was very proud of the work because it's not easy to do that kind of stuff, guys. It's not easy, but it's attainable. And these types of things are going to become more prevalent and more prevalent and more prevalent on this planet as we go forward. Positive energy is able to do things like this. Negative energy cannot do things like this. They can only destroy, maim, defeat, distort, and hate. And that's not what this is all about. This is all about providing information, predictions, and enlightenment. So, okay guys, 7/14/2014. Comment. See ya.